Hello again, and a very, very warm welcome. My name's Sean Ryan. You are, of course, watching, I nearly called it the world famous, but the Planet Cruise TV show. We do have actually ladies and gents across the world that do watch the show actually online, but it's lovely to see you. Tonight we've got 6 amazing cruises for you with savings of over £1,100 and some exclusive deals, of course, as well. And here to tell you all about them is the fabulous Glenn Wallace. Is with me. Nice to see you, Glenn.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Look like you've been on a cruise.
I've been away. Yes, I've been getting a bit of sun about times.
Glenn, lovely to have not seen you for a few weeks, but you actually, one of your main jobs is actually working in the call centre, isn't it?
My main job is working in the call centre, yeah. So we're based in the call centre, obviously getting the calls from our clients coming in, selling the cruises, and every month we think, well, maybe a little bit quieter this month. It's getting busier and busier in the office at the moment, and I think people are now fed up with the rain and stuff like that. They want to get away, and as I said, we've been so crazy in the office at the moment.
And Planet Cruise, I was looking online earlier, you've won numerous awards, haven't you?
Yeah, we've just won a number of awards in the last couple of weeks, which we're very, very proud of. And also with the team that we have working in there, many of us have worked on the ships before, so we've got that experience, and a lot of the staff at the moment are going out every day on the ships, because a lot of them are based out of Southampton, so we're doing a lot of ships. This time of year, we tend to jump on quite a few of the ships and experience, and then we can sell them to the clients.
So it is really important, that when you give us a call on that free phone number, you're going to be speaking to true experts and professionals.
Exactly.
Glenn worked on the ships himself for many years.
10 years.
Yeah. He's a dad now, so he's going to take life a bit easier.
Yeah, it's a completely different life now.
But let's show you all the offers coming up. You'll see them on our website. In fact, we can book you any cruise with any company.
Exactly. The website is your main tool for looking at the cruises, and as I said, we're offering 6 great deals today, but if they're not the ones for you, have a look at the website. They're very easy to navigate. You can do by dates and price and all sorts of stuff for you.
And Glenn, do we ever get sellouts on the night? Do sometimes?
Of course we do. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time we have a certain amount of cabins allocated for us, and people say, oh, we'll give you a call back in next week. Yeah. Once they go, or once they're limited, the prices go up. Exactly.
So if you see something you like tonight, just give us a call. We are here to help. But we're going to start off with a real favourite, Royal Caribbean, and we're going to be on board the Navigator of the Seas. So here's a little taster of what life is like with Royal Caribbean. The first cruise I did was with Royal Caribbean.
Was it the first one, was it?
I had a great time, and I've cruised with them, I think, full time since, yeah.
Well, a very exciting time for Royal Caribbean at the moment, because obviously they're introducing Ovation last month, and we've got Harmony, the biggest cruise ship in the world, starting in May, which, lucky enough, I'll be jumping on to go and have a seat in May, doing some filming for Planet Cruise. Again, the ships are fantastic, Sean. They cater for all ages. The food and the dining, the restaurants on there is absolutely superb. Chops Grill is definitely a must if you like your steaks. Brilliant steaks.
Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets is good on there as well.
Like
again, you've got your American-style diner. And again, you've also got stuff for the kids as well. This is what Royal Caribbean really excel at. They've got loads of facilities on there, rock climbing walls, flow riders. They've got the shops and the promenade. It is like being on a floating shopping mall. And again, of course, the shows, West End style shows to cater for everybody on there.
And the shows are, one of my favourite parts of an evening on board a cruise ship. There's even an ice rink with ice shows there.
And I always get amazed. Some people say, oh, I don't go watch the shows. You should do. Go and watch the shows. But again, as I said, you can learn to surf, you can do rock climbing, and they've also introduced now the virtual balconies. So if maybe your budget doesn't stretch to an actual balcony, you can take one of the virtual balconies instead.
My boss was so convinced at the reality of the virtual balcony, she even turned her back when she was getting changed.
Really?
Seriously, that's a true story. But there is something for everybody. And I think with Royal Caribbean, you do get extended families, anything from the young kids.
And the innovation as well. They're always trying to push the ships to the next level as well. So they are very good.
I think you will never, ever be bored on a cruise with Royal Caribbean. You never will. And this is a lovely cruise. It's only a week, so if you've never cruised before, it's not, it's a great taster cruise, first cruise. But also, this is including a free drinks package.
It has. It's got the drinks package. They've reintroduced this now, Royal Caribbean. They took it away for a little bit and now they've reintroduced it. This price is really fantastic because you've got a 7-night cruise with the drinks package, and it's not out of the realms of everyone's budget. So if you want to taste a cruise to see what Royal Caribbean's all about, this is the ideal opportunity. And as I said, some nice ports of call, some days at sea to experience the ship as well. And then again, maybe in the future, you'll book future ones.
And if you don't like flying, you don't fly on this one. It's straight from
Southampton.
So let's show you. You can take as much luggage as you like, and that does mean that your holiday begins straight away.
It does, and also you can use the Neil Marriott the night before if you wanted to. So you can stay there the night before. bed and breakfast in the meal, transport to the port, and then obviously you can join the ship. This one's a nice one. We're going to start in Southampton, then take you down to Le Havre. Le Havre is the gateway into Paris, so you can make your way down into Paris if you want, obviously the fantastic capital city of France. Chance to go around the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, have a look around the city. So much to do there, and I would also take one of the little river cruises that go through the Seine as well. Really pleasant on there, but it's a nice introduction. And then from there, once you've done Paris, because it goes straight into that first port of call, then you've got a couple of days at sea, which is nice because it gives you a chance to then experience the ship itself.
And if you think, oh, days at sea, what will I do? Imagine being 2 days by the pool in a hotel. That's all you do, sit by the pool. But on the cruise ship, you've got the pool, you've got everything.
No one's bored. You're never bored. And you've got so much stuff to do on there, as I said. Really good opportunity to do that. And again, maybe try some of the speciality restaurants. From there, you're going to be sailing down to Lisbon. Now, I was in Lisbon a couple of weeks ago. Brilliant sailing on this one. Under the 25th of April bridge, you've got the Church of Redeemer, the Redeemer statue on the right-hand side as well. And again, when you go down, you've got Blenheim Palace. You can have a walk around up to the castle there. You've got the trams if you want to jump on one of those. But the sailing in and out of Lisbon is absolutely spectacular. So make sure you're on the back deck for the sailing on that one. Nice place to go and see.
And again, then Vigo, isn't it?
Yeah, from Vigo again, very popular with a lot of the ships that go out of Southampton. So a chance there to go into Spain. You've got a chance then to go and have a look at some of the fish restaurants they have there. Good for shopping as well. You can do some exploring. So they're quite relaxed ports of call as well. So again, it is a nice introduction. As I said, you'll see the ship, you'll see what Royal Caribbean's all about, and you'll get some nice ports of call to go there as well. And then before heading back into Southampton, you've got another relaxing day at sea. Again, just to chill out and again experience the facilities on board. And
believe me, even on the final day and the final evening, everything is still happening, isn't it?
It is, and there's still things on the ship you probably haven't seen.
Yeah.
This is how big these ships are now.
And just have a look. This is your floating resort. I mean, cruise ships, they offer so much. And you can see, I love with Royal Caribbean, they also have the Royal Promenade, which is like a main street down the centre of the ship, which is beautiful. Great kids clubs, of course, as well.
Very good kids clubs. And again, so secure as well. So when the parents, if you haven't left your parents, they get sometimes a little bit worried about leaving the children. They are so secure in there, and the staff in there really you won't see the kids for the whole holiday. They'll be with their little groups and they'll be going off for the day.
And don't forget, choice of cabins, that's one with a virtual balcony there, that looks brilliant, but we've also got ocean views, balconies, suites, and actually a whole family of 4 could go away for less than £2,200 as well. Now, this has only just been launched today. It's one of the benefits of being the live show on a Tuesday night at 8. We're going to give you a free drinks package and huge new savings from the original price. So you get that all-inclusive upgrade, and as Glenn mentioned, if you'd like to make life even easier before you cruise, you could stay at the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton from only £89 per person. And you do get all of your parking and port transfers for that.
You do, and the thing is with that one, Sean, it's not going to next year, so you pay the deposit now, you can forget about it, even if you want to pay a little bit off as you go through the year.
Oh, can you do that with
Planet? Of course you can. You can phone us up, we can pay a little bit of money off, and then a couple of months before, we give you a call, and whatever balance it is, you pay it.
That is a really good price, bear in mind you are getting the drinks package as well. And don't forget, it is a free phone number. You'll speak to friendly chaps and some great girls, of course, in the call centre on a free phone number right now, which is 020 3696 9457. But Glenn knows whenever we bring a Thomson deal on the show, it tends to light up the phone lines. And we've got an amazing one for you right now, starting at under £840. So here's a little taster of life on board with Thomson. Glenn, we've got some really big followers with Thomson, haven't we?
We have, and I'll tell you what, one of the gentlemen in our office, a gentleman called John, he's one of our sales team, he loves selling Thomsons, he's passionate about Thomson, and again, with the clients that we get there, they tend to want to go with Thomsons time and time again. The main selling points of these, they're not the most modern ships compared to some of the new Royal Caribbeans.
They're the more classic,
they're not as most famous as some of the P&O ships, maybe, but I'll tell you what they are. The staff are phenomenal on there, all English-speaking British staff on there. The food is exceptional on there as well. And I'll tell you, the top selling thing on there is the entertainment.
Entertainment, yeah.
People absolutely love, and I know, you know, a few of our guys worked on Thomsons before, and as I said, the prices are superb. I think you've got the drinks package included on this one as well, and tips included as well, which is a big thing now.
So everything is included with Thomson.
Exactly. But
some friends of mine, David and Carl, cruised last year with them, and they, you know, I mean, not be funny, but they're not the easiest to please, and they absolutely loved it, you know.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you all find a little niche on what ships you like. But as I said, the feedback we get from Thomson's clients, they go back time and time again because of the friendliness of the staff, the food and the entertainment.
And on this one, for under £840, everything is included. That is the all-inclusive drinks package. That is your tips and gratuities. And actually, we've got return flights from Bournemouth as well, haven't we?
We
and
have.
a big choice.
This price is based on Bournemouth flights, but remember, Thomson's are probably the most flexible for going with regional airports, because obviously they have their own airline. So again, if you want to go from Manchester, Glasgow, any of the other ports are cool. There may be a small supplement on there, but you can fly from other airports if you wanted to.
So that can make a big difference,
big difference
as well.
Yeah.
I haven't cruised yet with Thomson, but I've heard so many good things.
You should try them.
Yeah, I want
they're
to.
very, very popular.
Well, I'm really into my entertainment. So.
Yeah, and again, if you like the entertainment, they're it's very interactive as well, and they get the crowd involved. They're very, very good.
Sounds fab, doesn't it? So anyway, your flight takes you from Bournemouth over to Corfu. And it's a 7-night cruise. Now, the first day's at sea, isn't it, Glenn?
First day's at sea, which is a lovely way to do it, because, you know, you arrive, you want to see what the ship's like.
Of course you do.
And again, remember, you've got the all-inclusive drinks, so you can sit on the back deck, go for a swim, have a couple of beers, and just watch the sail out from
I
Corfu.
like to find the nice, my nice area to sunbathe. I
Yeah,
like to,
with a nice glass of wine or a beer, and then just taking the views.
Yeah,
and
you're talking my language, Glenn.
Everything's good in the world.
So where we go to first of all, it's Crete, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Crete. Now, I've worked both itineraries. I've worked Western Med and Eastern Med, and I must admit the Eastern Med is my favourite itinerary, the Greek islands and this part of the world. Beautiful islands to go and see. Crete is fantastic. Again, really immerse yourself in the Greek culture. I would definitely recommend going out and seeing some of the beaches. You've got the Archaeological Museum there as well. Again, you've got some fantastic restaurants. Of course, the euro being a little bit better than it was over the last couple of years. Still pretty good prices there.
Yeah.
But again, if you like your Greek cuisine and you want to go and try some of the local messe or some of the local foods, obviously you can try that in Crete. It's a nice introduction port, this one.
And then the beautiful island of Mykonos.
Now, Mykonos is famous throughout the this part of the world. Again, it was the home of Shirley Valentine. That's where a lot of that was filmed. Now, when you go into Mykonos, you can do a couple of things. You can make your way a bit further afield and go to one of the beautiful beaches they have there. The other thing I recommend, walk around the horseshoe-shaped port area there, and you go into the centre of Mykonos town as well. Now, when you're there, always go to the restaurant with the red and white tablecloth. That's one of the best ones in Mykonos. We always used to go there, and watch out for the bird. There's always the big pelican that walks around with its bill open, and it will just walk around all the restaurants and all the tables, and you just throw food in, and he's very, very content. But he is very, very famous in the centre there of Mykonos. Beautiful, beautiful island.
And where next, Glenn?
Then we're going over to Turkey. We're going over to Kusadasi. Now, Kusadasi is a hub of different things to do. I would definitely recommend a trip over to Ephesus, the ruins of Ephesus, the archaeological site there. Again, you could spend days and days there, but normally they do sort of a morning tour, so normally to about lunchtime. Again, trainers, take bottles of water. It gets very hot over there. There isn't much shade, but again, if you like your ruins, that's definitely a place to go to. Afternoon, you've got the market stalls there in the centre of Kusadasi. That's where you can buy all your genuine fake goods. They're selling DVDs of films yet that aren't even made, but you can do all your bartering and haggling there again. So it's a nice chance to do a bit of ancient ruins in the morning and then a bit of shopping in the afternoon.
And then beautiful Athens.
On to Athens again. Now, a couple of things with Athens. They do the tours into, obviously, the Acropolis. Little tip here, just be careful with the taxi drivers around in Athens outside the port area. They can be a little bit argumentative, and make sure you know what price you're paying if you're going to take a taxi. If not, obviously the ship will be doing the tours to the Acropolis, the Pantheon, you've got the museum there as well. Really good chance to go from there and then walk down into the Plaka area. That's where some of your traditional Greek restaurants are. Beautiful, beautiful chance to have some messe and some ouzo.
I've got to say, from my own experience of having planned tours with cruise ships, they are so well organised and so
They
good,
are so well
aren't they?
organised, and sometimes it's you know where you're going to go, you know that it's going to bring you back. But again, definitely do the Acropolis, and obviously make sure you get something to eat down in the Plaka as well if you can.
And then Kataklon next, Olympia.
Kataklon, obviously very famous at the moment, especially because it's the home of the Olympics. The torch was lit here last month, obviously getting ready for the Rio Games. And again, from there you can actually go to the original Olympic Games running track. You can actually run on that. They'll actually take you to the place where they actually light the torch.
Oh, very nice.
Which is great. They've also got an archway there, which has got no cement holding it up at all. It's just rocks wedged together, and it's been there just over 2,000 years. But please don't lean against it. But again, magnificent opportunity. If you like your Olympics, this is the home of the Olympics. And when you come back into Kataklon after doing that in the morning, there's some great restaurants just along the port area. You can just sit there and spend a couple of hours whiling away the lifestyle in the Med.
I tell you what, it's a beautiful itinerary, this one, isn't it?
It is great.
Nice.
You know, you want to get off the ship and see as much as you can. You want to get back on it as well because you've got your free drinks, your tips, and obviously all the entertainment as well.
And then back, of course, to Corfu and your flight home. Wow. Now, a fine reminder of the ship, and as Glenn was saying, homely, friendly, great service, fantastic food. And a lot of fun as well. You know, with Thomson, again, you're never going to be bored, are you?
Don't take this the wrong way with the other cruise ships, but this is very relaxed. People that want to be casual, they want to go out at night time, they maybe don't want to get dressed up every single night. The dining is open dining anyway, so the tip, everything's included. It's people that want to sort of relax, enjoy the Eastern Mediterranean, great opportunity, and you've got all year again to save up for this.
And we do get fantastic feedback and so many loyal customers with Thomson. So only a deposit needed tonight. And here's a quick overview of what's included on tonight's show. So, and we do, you know, as Glenn said, Thomson Cruises always are really top sellers. So free upgrade to all-inclusive tonight as well. It's a good all-inclusive drinks package, isn't it?
It's everything. You know, in theory, it's all your beers, your wines, your spirits, soft drinks for the kids as well. It's got everything.
Return flights now, they are based on Bournemouth, but again, we can find floats. Floats?
Float? No, don't float there, fly. It's much quicker.
We can find flights from most UK airports.
As long as you can say it.
We are live, by the way. And if you... Oh, that's really good. I forgot about this. You can add on a 7-night stay in Corfu, can't you?
Amazing. It's £179 for an extra 7 nights in Corfu. Make it a 2-week holiday. There you go.
Wow, and you can do that from only, £179. That's amazing.
Very good deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So really, for £1,000, you've got a 2-week cruise.
And price-wise, we've got inside starting at $839, outside starting at just $899, and we've also got deluxe. Tell you what, the single prices are pretty good as well, aren't they?
Very good. Yeah. I mean, we do get a lot of single clients phone us up, and obviously sometimes they do get, you know, a little bit penalised on paying the single supplement, but that one there is a very good deal, and hopefully some of our single clients will like that one for you as well. But remember, as I said, with Thomson's very good for doing the regional flights as well. Might be a small supplement, but very good.
Well, from Thomson, we are going to move on to our third cruise. And don't forget, by the way, it is a free phone number. The call centre open till 11 o'clock, Glenn, still,
yeah, we'll be there. Well, they'll be there till 11 o'clock.
Yeah, Glenn won't be, but, but the team will be there till 11 o'clock tonight and first thing tomorrow morning at 8. But last year, I was very lucky to experience Princess Cruises for the first time, and I had the most incredible experience. Tonight, we've got an amazing offer from Princess, and here to tell us all about it for the first time is Charlotte. Hello.
Hello, hi.
So I'm giggling away because I'm such a fan of Princess Cruises now, huge fan. What's your role with Princess then?
Okay, so I look after the South Territory, so I'm a kind of business manager for Princess, so I look after the entire South, look after the lovely guys at Planet, and do all their like training and development, and get involved in the ship visit.
Now that sounds, I was going to say, that sounds quite a big job. So you do like going on your cruise holidays as well?
Of course, yeah. I actually go away on Saturdays, so I'm jumping on board the Emerald on Saturday for my own family holiday.
Perk.
Perk, yeah, could be a perk.
I'm lucky. I think I've been on about 22 cruises, but I have to say, I wish I'd cruised with Princess sooner because I was absolutely gobsmacked
blown away
at how good the whole experience was.
Yeah, and that's exactly why so many people return to us year in, year out. So we are that premium luxury brand. We have the most incredible ships. So we're very lucky that out of all our ships, they're very consistent. So the cruise that you've been on, you could step on a different ship and enjoy it just as much because the inside, the heart of it is exactly the same.
Well, the offer we've got tonight is featuring one of your latest ships, isn't it?
Yeah, so well, it's the Emerald Princess. So it's a fantastic offer. She's just been fully refitted.
That's what I mean. She's just been really refitted,
Yeah, fully refitted. We've got a brand new restaurant on board with Curtis Stone. So he's Australian's master chef. And he's put a brand new restaurant on board, and I can tell you the food is incredible. Might have dined in there a few times already this year.
That's another perk of the job.
Another perk of the job.
Oh, it's a hard life, isn't it?
It's so hard, such a hard life. And then, of course, entertainment on board. I mean, we're really lucky this year. We're working with Stephen Swartz, so he's a musical producer.
Yes.
So he's put his Magic to Do show on board the Emerald as well. So this deal, you're going to get so much out of it.
And believe it or not, you're going to get this premium brand, £849 now. That's actually for 2 weeks. Anyway, let's show you. So, have a little look. And this is the sister ship, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is the Caribbean Princess, so sister ship. So here she is in all her glory.
And how many passengers on board?
So she's just over 3,000 passengers on board. This is the piazza. It's showing you kind of our heart of the ship. My favourite place, the Vines Wine Bar. You can enjoy a flight of wine here, so you can try wines from all around the world. And then, of course, 24-hour dining in the International Cafe, fully complimentary.
And I have to say, that for me was the best food I've had.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely
was.
incredible. We make everything from scratch on board. So everything that you're dining in all the restaurants, it's all completely made from scratch. And then we're showing here Movies Under the Stars. So this again happens every single evening. We turn Top Deck into an open air movie theatre. And of course we've got all the pool space available, hot tubs, and then adults only retreat, the sanctuary. So here you're going to get fully pampered. And then evening entertainment. So just showcasing some of our areas on board. Skywalkers, our late night nightclub.
Now, I'm not normally one for clubbing, but honestly, I love the nightclub.
Absolutely incredible,
it's
yeah.
Great.
And then, of course, we've got our 850 seats in our theatre, and this is where you're going to be able to see this Magic to Do show by Stephen Swartz.
And if you go for Baltic stateroom, you can have the room service, of course, as well.
Yeah, and room service is complimentary in any of our staterooms.
Is it? Lovely.
So that's breakfast in bed, tea and coffee in the morning. Doesn't matter if you're in an inside and outside a balcony. Of course, with the balcony cabins, you can opt then to have balcony dining. Mini suites, a bit more space, a bit more luxurious, free mini bar, and then a full suite. So many additional services here, from pillow menus, turn-down service, dressing gowns, everything that you can imagine.
And I notice all the little touches with Princess.
Yes. And that's what we're really known for. We have so many signature features, so many additional extras that you get complimentary on board, which, again, is a reason why people return year in, year out, because you can't find it anywhere else.
I think that's what sometimes separates one cruise line from another. It's the little touches, isn't it? You know, it's what they can do extra to just make those guests feel really special.
Well, at this point, I'm just going to say hello to Judy and Dan, because I know you're massive fans, and I think they just took their 14th Princess Cruise. So it's really loyal customers. What I can't believe is the price, because this is 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
£849.
Yep, £849.
You'd never normally get that with Princess.
No,
do you?
definitely not. So
and you've sold a lot of Princess Cruises.
We've been doing a lot of stuff, because Charlotte came in a little while ago into the office, and I mean Emerald this year, because they're sailing out of Southampton this year, are doing some amazing deals, and the leading prices, you know, to go up to the Princess level is phenomenal.
Are they selling really quickly though?
Very, very quickly. And what they're selling is that price, and then suddenly they get sold out, so the price goes higher. So people say, oh, we'll just wait and wait and wait. They won't be around.
Well, we better get moving.
Okay.
We haven't even set sail yet, Glenn, have we?
So let's get going.
Yeah, let's get going. From Southampton, of course, so nice and easy.
So we're going into Bruges. Bruges, obviously, going into Zeebrugge, but you make your way into Bruges. Definitely do this. Beautiful old style with the canal and the river. You've got the swans going through the river, which are fantastic. And then on there, you've got the chocolates as well. So make sure you take back some Belgian chocolates from Bruges.
And you can get chocolate anything, can't you?
Oh, everything there. And as I said, it is a wonderful city to just meander around, and nice introduction. From then, you can have a relaxing day at sea, which again is all the facilities we've just been talking about. And then from there into the beautiful capital city of Denmark, into Copenhagen. Now again, where the ships normally dock here, you can do a left, jump on the hop-on-hop buses if you wanted to. A couple of sites to definitely go and see. The Little Mermaid, which is very, very popular. You've got the pastel-coloured houses, and also you've got Tivoli Gardens. So again, recommendation to pop into Tivoli Gardens. Then from there, another day at sea, and then going into one of my favourite destinations. The sailing to Stockholm is phenomenal, so make sure you're on the back deck there. It's all divided into small islands. Again, a couple of things to see here in Stockholm is the Vasa Museum, which is the 16th century ship that's been lifted from the port area. It sailed out, it sunk within about 4 minutes of sailing, so it wasn't very good design. But when you go into the museum there, you can look around the boat there. The other thing is, next door to that, they've opened up the ABBA Museum. So definitely, if you want to go in there, they go into the recording studios and all that. Very, very good if you like, ABBA. Once you've done that, then you go into Tallinn. Tallinn is a great little destination, becoming very popular now. A lot of the locals dress in their traditional costumes there. You've got all the old cart horses and the the trams going around there as well. And this is a nice introduction, a chill-out day before hitting to obviously the highlights, which is going into St. Petersburg.
And we're actually overnight on board in St. Petersburg.
Yes, we are, yeah. So this is going to give your customers a chance to experience the Russian ballet. So spending that evening absolutely fantastic.
With St. Petersburg as well, just please remember that unless you've got your own Russian visa, which is very difficult to do, you'll have to take a tour with either the ship or an individual tour. You can't just go off in St. Petersburg. But again, to be perfect honest, you don't want to. You want to go with one of the tours. Visits to Catherine's Palace, Peterhof Palace, Hermitage, Church of the Spilled Blood. You've definitely got to go and see those. You don't want to do this yourself. Go with a tour guide. They really, really will bring it to life. Church of the Spilled Blood is still being renovated from when it was bombed in 1944. They're still restoring it at the moment. But again, magnificent chance to go around there. So they're the main things you want to do. Peterhof Palace is stunning with the fountains and the gold fountains.
I still haven't been to this part of the world.
You need to go there. You need to go.
Speak to my boss, give me more holiday.
Well, I'd love to do. Yeah. Amount of money you're on, you could probably buy that palace.
I wish. But honestly, this isn't my wish list, and you know, if I could get the holiday seriously for this date, I would do it with Princess. I really
It's
would.
great. It's great. A couple of other quick ports to talk about. You've got Helsinki after that. You go to the Rock Church. Oh, and then from there, as I said, you can go to Helsinki there if you wanted to. Just chill out there. Lovely for a fish market there. Go to the Rock Church, as I've mentioned. But again, after St. Petersburg, it's quite a nice, relaxing port, just to take it a little bit easy, because St. Petersburg is quite demanding, so you might just want to chill out there and take it easy.
But after Helsinki, you do get a relaxing day at sea. And again, Charlotte, a day at sea, what kind of things would you do on board the ship?
There's so much to do. So, of course, not only have you got all the pools, the sanctuary, we've got our very own spas on board. So it could be a full pamper day, Swedish back massage, especially when you're in that area of the world.
Of course.
But also, there's so many different activities going on. There is something always to do on board a Princess
Some of the
cruise.
best days I've had on a cruise are actually those at sea, believe it or not. Even though these beautiful places, the ships themselves are fabulous every day. Then, where next, Glenn?
Then is Gdansk in
it is,
Poland.
isn't it? Yeah.
Gdansk in Poland, which again is a new destination that the Baltic cruises are incorporated now. Again, chance to go around on the old walking tours on here. You've got the cathedral. Another one to go to, again, is something very interesting. They have the concentration camps just outside Gdansk. So if you're into your World War II history and you want to go somewhere very sombre, but it's very, very interesting, you have a chance to do that. With the Baltics cruise, guests have got to remember it's not necessarily a relaxing cruise because it's quite intense with the ports of call. There's a lot to see in every destination. That's why it's good to have these days at sea to relax on board the ship and recuperate.
And then a final 2 days at sea and back, of course, to Southampton. An amazing opportunity to cruise in luxury and style with, of course, Princess Cruises on board the Emerald Princess. And you mentioned she's been recently refitted.
Fully refitted, yep.
Wow.
So we've got brand new luxury beds on board. So we've had a new bed designed especially for Princess. All of her areas have been updated. Here we're now just showing you a bit of the spa area as well. Of course, we've got the brand new shows. Brand new restaurant by Curtis Stone as well, I've mentioned. There's so much on this ship now, it's absolutely fantastic.
And actually, if you're watching a certain TV programme recently, all about cruises...
Yeah, so you'd get a bit of an insight into what happens on board, behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was great.
Which is actually an excursion you can actually book. So we do have an excursion on board where you can come into our galley kitchens.
I was going to say, if you're thinking, how does all this beautiful food get prepared? You can actually see it.
Yeah, you can go and meet, up and take you into, we call it the M1, where all the staff kind of rush around, and my favourite room, the laundry.
I don't know if that's a good idea, not when we worked on the ships. Could see all sorts of stuff going on there.
Yeah, well, not everyone was as naughty as you.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Great staterooms. A lot of space with Princess, I thought.
Yes, a lot of space. So our staterooms are very well designed, absolutely well designed.
So, we think this one is going to sell very, very quickly tonight. You've got exclusive savings, an amazing price. So here's an overview of what you'll get tonight. I did mention big, big savings. This one is better than half price. So you're going to save a huge £1,180 off the brochure price. That's one of the biggest savings we've ever seen. £1,180. Two of you could go for less than the price. Well, that's a massive saving.
Massive saving, and as I said, you know, to do the Baltics as well for that price is unheard of.
With Princess.
Absolutely incredible.
Then don't forget, if you just want to make your first day even easier, you could stay at them in Valley Marriott the night before. And actually, for £89, you can get parking for 2 weeks and your port transfers. You've got that wonderful overnight in St. Petersburg, and you see the ballet, book a tour for that. And the items, they depend and differ slightly just on departure dates. And price-wise, do you know, to be honest, even if you went for the later date, July, only $879. We have sold out the Ocean View already on the 4th of June. That's how quickly this one is selling. I'm not surprised at those prices. Charlotte, can I say, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been lovely.
And what an amazing offer. Final word for me, if we've got, maybe viewers watching that haven't cruised with Princess,
You've got to try it.
You really have, haven't you?
You have definitely got to try it. It's absolutely one of the best ways to see the world is cruising, and I absolutely love it.
I waited far too long to cruise with Princess. Oh, by the way, you've just got, actually, you've got a bit of hot news as well,
Yes, I have.
you?
So if you're ready and ready to go on holiday, we have 2 amazing new deals. So going live now, we've got the 8th of May. Now it's 12 nights British Isles cruise, and it's $599.
$599.
But you've got to get packing tonight.
Yes.
Right, 8th of May. Hang on.
That's 3 or 4 days time.
3 or 4 days time, but it's $599 for 12 nights.
Wow, if you can do it, but you've got to give us a call right now.
Yes.
For
Got to
that
give
one,
a call tonight, because there's limited on that.
$599 for the 8th of May.
Absolutely fantastic. And if you still haven't got anything sorted for summer holidays, we have the 23rd of July, Mediterranean Adventurer, and that's gone down now to $899. That's 2 weeks. In and out of Southampton, no flying, unlimited luggage. It's an absolutely fantastic price.
They're really good, but I would definitely, well, Glenn, you know, you should ring now.
The guys are sitting there now, you know, people dilly-dallying, they start worrying they're going to lose this deal. So if you want to book it, you're ready to go, go.
Yeah. And if you can't go on the 8th of May, just quit your job and just go. No, don't. Thank you so much.
That's all right, thank you.
Now, it must be nice if you are retired and you can just go like that. Fantastic. 8th of May, $599. But a couple of years ago, about 18 months ago actually, I was very lucky to go on a cruise with my mum actually, with Fred Olsen on board the Braemar. So here's some of the highlights that I experienced. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll never be bored on Braemar. She may be just 24 tonnes, but she's got all of the conveniences and facilities you need to have a really great time. So why not just jump in this wonderful bubbling jacuzzi there? Or if feeling a bit more active, you can have a little swim, or you could even take a yoga or Pilates class in the brand new fitness centre. That's really good, really state of the art actually. Well, Braemar offers a great choice of bars, and one of my favourites is behind me, the Marquee Pool Bar, which has this lovely canopied area allowing all of this gorgeous sunshine to flood in. Now, other bars include the Morning Light Pub. That's like having your own local on board and great for socialising with friends, both old and new, of course. If you love panoramic views, then I really recommend the Observatory Lounge with its huge windows, and the grand piano there provides the perfect atmosphere for a pre-dinner drink. Braemar has a variety of restaurants. This one is the Grampian. It's one of the slightly more formal and intimate restaurants. There's also the main Thistle restaurant, but both offer a delectable and delicious 5-course dinner. Now, for those of you that maybe prefer a more relaxed, casual setting, there's Palms Cafe, and that offers like a buffet-style service with no set dining times. Braemar always keeps you entertained during the day and also provides you with great and memorable evening entertainment too. Expect every night to be different with a variety of shows including cabarets, dancing, singing, stand-up comedians, special theme nights too, for example, British night and rock and roll. Braemar offers a wide variety of accommodation to suit all different needs and budgets. You might choose a balcony cabin such as this, or go for an outside or inside. And for solo passengers, special single accommodation is also available, often at really good prices too. All cabins have interactive televisions, a safe tea and coffee making facilities, and they all have a really nice, warm and homely feel. And if you want to order breakfast or light snacks or drinks, then a complimentary cabin service is also available. Do you know, I had a lovely time. So I was there with my mum.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
I had a great time. I really did. For anyone that hasn't cruised with Fred, you know, who's their main clients, would you say?
Listen, every cruise line's got their niche market that they go for. If you look at the first deal we had with Royal Caribbean, they cater really for the families and that sort of clientele. I would say Fred Olsen probably gears a little bit more towards your mature clientele. They don't tend to have too many children on board, so they're more for mature clientele that want a relaxing cruise, don't want the kids running around and all that sort of stuff.
And other families are, of course, welcome.
They are welcome, but it's that sort of cruise line that's a little bit more geared towards that. But again, very, very popular, and we sell a lot of Fred Olsen.
Yeah, I had a lovely time. I really did. Anyway, I tell you what, this has just come down from nearly £1,500 to $969.
This is a Caribbean cruise on this one. You've got 15 nights to go over from Tenerife on this one. You're going to fly into there. Then you're going to go to La Gomera. Now, La Gomera is one of the Canarian Islands, but it's the whistling island. They all whistle to each other. They all talk like that.
I've never been there before. But
it's a very strange, not a strange place, but it's very.
It's not like the other islands, is it?
It's nothing like Gran Canaria or places like that. So it's very different.
Well, it's not. It's very, in terms of population, it's very small. Isn't
very
it?
Small, quite deserted. A very beautiful island to go and see. So somewhere you might not have been to the Canaries first. Then, of course, you've got the trip from there over the pond, and that's where you get a chance to experience the ship, relax. And what's lovely about sailing across to the Caribbean is the weather gets better and better every single day. And again, you lose an hour every day, so you get a bit longer in bed.
Yeah.
But again, you know, people start coming out onto the deck and start sunbathing.
And it's so lovely to be heading towards
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And again, you know, I worked 8 years in the Caribbean, so the islands all have something different to offer. St Martin is the French and Dutch islands split into two. So again, very, very popular here for the shopping. If you want to do your electrical shopping, jewellery, make sure you go to reputable shops. But again, you'll see everybody shopping there. Great beaches. Also, one to maybe go and see is Aeroplane Beach, where the actual aeroplanes land right over the beach there as well, if you wanted to do that. Very, very nice. Then you go on to the British Virgin Islands, which is Tortola. Again, beautiful part of the world. A chance to maybe take out one of the boat trips, scuba diving. You can swim with the dolphins here as well. Carlos and the team have got Dolphin Discovery just near the port area. And again, if not, you can make your way down to Cane Garden Bay. They've got the open-sided minibuses on there, so a bit different from the normal taxis you go out. You can sit out and take in the Caribbean air.
And then
down into Antigua, I've holidayed there myself, lots of stuff to do there. I'd definitely try and take one of the ribs out, one of the speedboats, one of the catamarans, maybe the Excellence catamaran. You've got a Nelson's dockyard, a lot of famous people have got property over there, Oprah Winfrey, Eric Clapton. But again, stunning beaches, and they reckon there's one beach for every day of the year. Yeah, so you've got a chance to try those. Then we're going into St Lucia. Again, you've got the overnight there in St Lucia. You've got Martinique, I think, in the morning, which is one of the French islands. Then you'll sail round to St Lucia. Martinique, nice opportunity to maybe go off and go to one of the beaches. But St Lucia, I think, is going to be one of your highlight ports of call. And as I said, you've got an overnight there. Again, with St Lucia, when you go out there, maybe you can go to some of the beaches. You can go to Spinnaker's Beach. You can go to some of the golf courses if you like a game of golf. They've got beautiful courses out there. But St Lucia is one of the highlights. So Martinique in the morning, more colonial French island. And then from there, you do St Lucia again in the afternoon. And as I said, you've got the overnight on there.
I love the Caribbean. I always feel so well there.
With St Lucia as well, maybe if you want to take one of the catamarans, go to the Pitons. That's the most famous sites there in St Lucia. And again, a lot of people, or you can go to the sulphur areas as well, the volcanic area there, which is quite interesting. But one of the top islands in the Caribbean, St Lucia.
And then we've got an overnight in Barbados, haven't we?
This could always be dangerous. We used to have overnights in Barbados, and we normally used to hit places like the Boatyard. But again, if you wanted to do something special, book up early for this one. Is swim with the hawksbill turtles. Again, one of the boat trips. Again, if not, you've got beautiful beaches there if you want.
I was going to say, I mean, I tend to be a bit lazy and just spend a lot of time on the beach.
Yeah, that's what you can do. Again, another option is to go maybe to Harrison's Cave. That's another very, very popular tourist attraction. But they've got a number of things to do in Barbados. You see on all the magazines, all the rich and famous go to Barbados in the winter time. So if it's good enough for Simon Cowell and those sort of people, it's good enough for us. But again, lovely parts, and you've got the Shiva Beach on the Atlantic coastline there as well.
I tell you what, to get this from Fred Olsen, reduced in price from £1,500 tonight. You know, it's 2 weeks, and I think you'll agree, you're going to experience some beautiful, beautiful islands and get some great weather at a pretty miserable time of the year, December.
It is, and again, this one here is going out on the 8th of December. I think you get back on about the 23rd, so they just before Christmas Eve.
And I'll be honest, sometimes that run up to Christmas, it's hideous in the UK.
Get your shopping done before you go, and then you've got a nice cruise to look forward to.
And final reminder of everything that is included and the massive price reduction tonight, down from £1,500 to £969. Return flights based on London, Gatwick or Manchester. And the single price, really good as well, 1649. I tell you what, Fred Olsen really do cater very well for single passengers, don't they?
They do, and I said that's a great deal.
Wow. I think we've got a really, really good show tonight. But our 5th cruise is with Oceania. And if you're looking for absolute luxury and some of the best food at sea, this is the one to go for. And actually, price-wise, it's really good for
very, very good. Oceania doing some very, very good deals. Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's give you a little taster.
In 2003, 2 of luxury cruises' biggest names teamed up to create one of the best value-for-money options in cruising. A destination-intensive, floating hotel experience with top-notch food and superior service. Welcome to a cruise line for enthusiastic foodies, where you can have whatever you want, whenever you want. This is value without compromise. This is Oceania Cruises. Oceania have an open seating dining experience where all the specialty restaurants are complimentary with no hidden fees. But you know what's truly impressive is the quality of the ingredients, with the beef and the lamb sourced from their own farm in Colorado and the seafood from their own farm in Maine. It's a culinary journey you will never ever want to end. When you cruise with Oceania, unlimited complimentary soft drinks, bottled water, specialty coffees, teas and juices are all included in the price on every sailing. Or if, like me, you're a coffee lover, then this is definitely the cruise line for you, with the legendary Illy coffee served all day and night here in Baristas. If you're a lover of the arts, then you're going to find the entertainment both engrossing and exciting. You can attend a live classical concert under the stars, or marvel at magicians and comedians, or soak up a fantastic show. The award-winning Canyon Ranch Spa has been the acknowledged world leader in healthy living expertise, and a haven of luxury and comfort and warmth for over 30 years. And it's no surprise then that they chose Oceania Cruises as the perfect partner. And on board all the ships you can relax in open-air whirlpools, indulge in detoxifying body wraps, or enjoy the latest Eastern treatments such as shiatsu, reflexology and acupuncture. The generous proportions of Oceania Cruises suites and staterooms are the ultimate in luxury. You can plump the goose-down pillows of your Prestige Tranquility bed, or breathe in the fresh sea air on your private teak veranda. Whatever it is, Oceania suites feature oversized living and dining areas, as well as marble and granite-clad bathrooms and bathtubs.
I mean, wow! One of the most beautiful ships in the world.
They're stunning. Oceania is 5-star deluxe. I mean, we're going up to the next level here. Beautiful, beautiful ship service, and the food is the thing that everybody talks about on Oceania. So they're very, very good. And as I said, a lot of our clients book them time and time again. But the deals this summer are spectacular. They're really doing some good deals on there.
I've got to say that I think my favourite restaurant ever is Red Ginger.
Yeah,
with Oceania. I mean, honestly. Anyway, we're going to fly to Athens.
Going to fly in from London into Athens on this one. And this one here, obviously, you're going to pick up the ship from Athens, and you're going to make your way to Santorini, which has been voted in the top 5 sailings in the world. You've got the caldera there of Santorini. Again, with this one, you can make your way into Fiera, which is the main town area, but Oia is the one with the blue dome buildings there. And again, making your way back to the ship, you've got the cable cars to make your way back, which is I would definitely recommend. Or you've got the donkeys. We don't recommend that you come down on the donkeys. They're not very good. They're a little bit manic, and yeah, don't do the donkeys. But Santorini, but Santorini, I would say, if you can get to the Santos winery in just outside Fiera, is one of the best places I've ever had a glass of wine in my life. And I've had a glass of wine in a few places. So Santorini's a great way to start the ports of call there. Then we're going on to Pataclon. We talked about that earlier. That's the home of the Olympic Games, so a nice place to go there. And then from there, we're moving on to Corfu. Corfu, again, very, very popular destination with the Brits. Chance to go and see some beautiful beaches there. Chance to see some of the old ruins. You've got the palace there as well, the Amphion Palace as well. But again, nice destination. And again, try some of the Greek cuisine when you're there as well. Then we're going into a couple of sort of newer ports to the cruising industry. Kotor is stunning. Again, you've got the old walled city there. Very, very popular place to go into now. A nice relaxing place, and you can see it's absolutely stunning. When the weather's good, beautiful part of the world. And as I say, you've got the old walled city there. You've got the cathedral to walk around as well. Again, if you don't do a tour there, you can just spend ages just walking around and taking the beauty. You really feel you're in the Eastern Med in this part of the world. And then from there onto another beautiful, stunning place as well. You've got Split in Croatia. As I said, you know, Croatia, Montenegro are becoming very, very popular destinations. Price-wise, obviously, the prices have gone up over the last few years, but they're still pretty reasonable compared to other destinations you go to. So again, you've got a chance to do a bit of walking around the old town in the morning, and then from there, as I said, have lunch, then go back to the ship.
And actually, you know, the great thing is if you do go to an expensive resort, you actually, because everything's on the ship, you don't actually need to spend anything.
You don't need to, no. I mean, maybe have a coffee, just do a bit of people watching, and then go back on the ship because everything's on there for you.
And then Venice.
Venice, again, another one of the top sailings in the world. Again, if you go onto the starboard side of the ship, you've got St Mark's Square as you sail in. Again, when you're in Venice, you've got to do the gondola if you've never done that before. Some stunning places. When I was in Venice a couple of years ago with my fiancée, we walked walked to St Mark's Square, and every time we walked there, we went a different way. We got lost every single time. It's great. But again, do the gondola, have a cornetto, and go to St Mark's Square. That's what you've got to do there in Vienna.
Other ice creams are available.
Other ice creams.
Where next, Glenn?
And then you've got a couple of the Italian ports of call as well. You've got Umbria in Ancona in Italy. Again, you've got the Sacred and Historic Centre there. You've got the Duomo. You can try some wine tasting if you wanted to. Very, very nice destination. And then finally into Bari, an ancient port of call. Again, the walled city there as well. Great shopping as well in this part of the world to finish a bit of shopping.
I know with Oceania, not only do they pride themselves on some of the best food at sea and service, but destination. You've got some fantastic ports.
You've got some great destinations, you've got some popular destination, and you've got some places probably you haven't been to before, so it's a nice combination.
So, we've said what a brilliant price this is, but it's about to get even better. But before we tell you about your big choices of extras that you can have, just have a look at this beautiful ship one final time. I mean, honestly, one of the most beautiful ships in the world. I've been on the sister ship, and yeah,
they are stunning, absolutely stunning. Again, slightly, you know, smaller to some of the big ships, so it's a little bit more personal service.
And more space.
More space as well.
For passenger, yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, that looked like red ginger we just saw, by the way. Now, this, I mentioned, there's a great extra. You can choose from either a free house drinks package, or you could choose $800 onboard spend per statement. That's $800 on your room card that you can spend on whatever you'd like on the ship. On the
drinks,
ship,
or spa treatments, whatever you
excursions.
Want.
Free Wi-Fi, that's included on board as well. That's, you know, Wi-Fi for this, you know, amount of time could cost you a lot of dollars. Return flights based on London, but we have got flights available from selected UK airports as well. And the price tonight for all of that is just over £1,200. That is brilliant for Oceania.
Very, very good value.
Really
and you
good.
think, you know, staying in a 5-star hotel with that food, what you'd pay back in the UK.
By the way, if you did choose the drinks package, that would be unlimited champagne, there you go, wine and beer with lunch and dinner.
So you've got a choice of the three. So you can have the drinks package, the onboard spend, or four shore excursions.
Wow, that's breathtaking, wasn't it? But we are going to close the show with... I think this is actually the longest cruise we've ever featured, because you're going to be away for 39 nights. And you're going to see the most amazing places. We're going to take you over to New Zealand, Australia, Tasmania, and you're going to be doing it in style with 5-star modern luxury with the one and only Celebrity Cruises, multi-award winning. And you are, of course, going to be on board the ship, which is a 5-star ship, for the best part of that. I mean, that's nearly 6 weeks.
6 weeks, nearly 6 weeks on that one.
But it starts off with 2 nights in Auckland, doesn't it?
Yeah, so of course flights are included on this one as well. We've got to get you there. So you'll have your flights over to Auckland. You'll have a 2-night stay in Auckland. Now, please remember with these packages that we do, we put 2 days at the start, and then we're going to do 2 days in Sydney at the end. If you want to extend that a little bit longer, we can move the flights a couple of days earlier.
Yeah, of course.
Because you might not think 39 days is long enough. You might want to be longer. But yeah, if you can do a couple of days.
Wouldn't be bad though, would it?
No, with that one you've got the Sky Tower. You can do some shopping. Again, stunning destination, and you're in the North Island there, which is very, very nice on there. And then from there, once we actually get onto the ship as well, you're going straight onto Celebrity Solstice, which again, you've been on Celebrity before, Sean, haven't you? So they're stunning.
I've been on Celebrity cruises more than any other line, actually, and oh my word, everything. And I can't say this, everything has always been perfect. And the ship you're on is the Celebrity Solstice, which is Solstice class, which offers so much. First of all, I said modern luxury. You know, everything is crisp, clean, beautifully designed.
And again, like we were talking about earlier with Thomson's, I would say the guests that tend to book Celebrity don't tend to go with anyone else again. They tend to book Celebrity time and time again. And again, you've got the different types of cabins on here. So we're starting off with the interior, but again, a lot of people pay the extra and go with the Aqua class, because that gives them the blue restaurant on there, which is absolutely amazing. The cuisine on Celebrity, wherever you dine, is superb anyway. But the blue restaurant with the Aqua class is the selling point on that one. And as I said, people that go there don't go and eat anywhere else, but that's exclusively for the Aqua class clientele.
And it's just really worth, because you're going to be away for 39 nights, to really, you know, decide which cabin's going to be right for you. That is a real lawn. I don't know when it ever gets cut, but it's always immaculate.
And they do serve a couple of glasses of wine on there. They've got an amazing wine collection. Superb spa as well. The Canyon Ranch is one of the top at sea. And again, fantastic facilities, spa and gym.
And you just saw the gym there. Honestly, it's the only time I ever really use a gym properly. And the shows with celebrity, they've invested so much money recently, creating so many brand new shows which they're rolling out across the fleet.
And again, that's the feedback we get from people phoning in, how much they love the shows as well.
And obviously great destinations.
Great destinations, which we'll be talking about briefly in a moment as well. But again, the ship is fantastic. I say they're sailing around the world, but this one down in New Zealand and Australia is something for people's bucket list, something they want to tick off. And I've cruised for 10 years. I managed to do one cruise around New Zealand. It was the best cruise I've done anywhere in the world.
Well, talk us through them, because I've travelled a lot, but I've never again been to this
so we're going
part
to
of
the
world.
other side of the world. Once you get over the flight and everything, you're then making your way from Auckland down to Taronga. Taronga is where the geothermal reserves are. Again, fantastic opportunity to go around there. Make sure you do a tour here, because it is fantastic to go and see the smelly sulphur areas of the geothermal volcanic area. Amazing views and beautiful different colours as well when you go to the reserve. So something, as I said, very, very special, and this is what this part of the world is famous for. Very busy also with activities and windsurfing and kite surfing. Very, very lively area, but those geothermal reserves are fantastic.
And the albatrosses there at the top.
Beautiful albatrosses as well. Again, we were chatting to one of the guys who's one of our production guys, and he spent 3 weeks over there, and he was telling us about it as well. Fantastic. Then from on to Napier. Napier again is the next port of call on the North Island. Again, you've got the National Aquarium there. You've got the wineries. If you like your New Zealand wine, again, you've got a chance to try some of the wine tours, so that's very, very pleasant. And then from there, we go down to Wellington. Again, moving around the island. Again, you've got the cable car there, which is stunning, stunning views of there. You've got the cable car to take you up there. Also, Lord of the Rings. For any of you that are into your movies, you've got the Stone Street Studios, of course, where they filmed a lot of Lord of the Rings there. They also filmed The Hobbit, and just to let you know as well, they're also using this part of the world to film Avatar 2, 3, 4 and 5. They're making 4 more films, and they're going to use this part of the world to do it. Yeah, so they're going to be doing that there as well, which is great. On then to Picton. Picton, you've got the Marlborough Sands, beautiful boat tours as well. So maybe take one. If you like the fjords, or maybe you've been to Alaska, you've got the fjords here in New Zealand as well. They are stunning. You've got more opportunities in the south of the island as well, but in Picton, definitely take one of the boat trips. If the weather's good like it is there, nice time of year to go, that's definitely a must to do there. Then after all that, you've got a couple of days at sea just to relax, and then we head into one of the greatest destinations in the world. If you've never sailed into Sydney, I was based there for 6 months. The sail past the Opera House, when you first see the bridge, it does send hairs onto the back of your neck. And again, where you dock, then you go into Sydney as well. You have got to stay at the end of the cruise, but this is a one-day taster to maybe go and see the Opera House. You can walk the bridge, you can sail under it, or you can run across it.
Is it as wonderful as everyone says?
It's the best sailing I've ever done.
Really?
And we used to actually sail under the bridge, so we almost had to duck with the ship. But again, every time you sail in, it is something very, very special. From there, another day at sea, then going into one of my favourite destinations, Hobart, just at the bottom of Australia, the small island off there. And again, it's almost like setting back into Little England on there. Great, you know, when we took a lot of the crew out when we did this Hobart last time. I took them to see the kangaroos and the koalas. Again, nice opportunity, if not just to stay in Hobart as well. Good restaurants as well. And as I said, a very, very nice destination that many people wouldn't have been to before. So a good opportunity to see that.
Now, another day at sea, you will enjoy the days at sea.
You will enjoy the days at sea, but then we're going to Adelaide. I've stayed there, again, many times before. Again, Adelaide, nice chance here to go even to the Botanical Gardens. You can explore the city, or you could even take a trip over to Kangaroo Island. That's another island just off Adelaide as well. They've got the kangaroos and the seals there as well. You can go down onto the beach to see the seals. More days at sea, because obviously you've got to get over then to Perth, the most isolated city in the world. And again, many people don't get over to Perth because it's the only place over there. Everything else is on the east coast. Again, great chance to take a trip up the river. You can have a chance to look around the town. Very, very clean, stunning part of the world. Very, very nice. Then from there, we're going back to Adelaide. And then from there to Melbourne, the second city of Australia, always competing with Sydney.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah.
The sports capital, you've got obviously where the tennis takes place. You've got a great mecca there. And again, I would say Melbourne's a bit more quirky. Sydney's a bit more business. Melbourne's a bit more quirky, but a lovely, lovely place. Then we're going then down back into the South Island of New Zealand. Milford, Doubtford, Dusky Sounds are the best sailing I have ever been on anywhere in the world, and it is like a milk pond when you go around. It's beautiful. And then from Dunedin, you do Thierry Gorge here. This is where the train actually pulls up along the pier. You walk down the gangway and get onto the train, and it takes you all the way along the coastline of the south.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Glenn, the more you're describing this, the more I want to book it.
At Corfu, we went swimming with the dolphins, not in an enclosure. We went with wild dolphins there, and then from there, Wellington, Picton, and then back into Sydney at the end of the cruise for a couple of days.
I was going to say, you do get an extra 2 days at the end of this in a 4-star hotel, 2 nights in Sydney.
But again, you can extend that if you wanted to.
What an amazing, amazing trip to finish. Now, I know it's a big decision, but you know what? You only need £300 to book it tonight and reserve it. And I think the most important thing is you'll be speaking to guys and girls like Glenn who can talk you through this in more detail. So even if you've just got queries about it, if you want to learn more, but the value, if you think about the flight alone, and then that you're getting 5-star accommodation for all of those nights.
Exactly, and again, as I mentioned before, have a think about, you know, if you can stretch it, upgrade into Aqua, go to the Blue Restaurant, but very, very good prices.
But don't forget, I mean, celebrity oil was hugely popular, and I certainly know why, but you can actually reserve that for just £300. Then you've got, a long time to actually, save up that and pay for it, haven't you? Anyway, I don't know where the time goes. We need 2 hours on a Tuesday, I tell you. That was amazing, wasn't it? Anyway, we better recap. We started with Royal Caribbean on board the Navigator. This is lovely, lovely little cruise, 7-nighter this one. And don't forget, you will get not only just a great price, but a free drinks package as well. Just launched today, so free drinks, huge savings, and of course, a great family special price of $2,199, but you can get $729. We then moved on to Thomson Cruises. This is your 7-night Greek Islands cruise from Corfu there. All your tips included in this one. You also get a free upgrade to all-inclusive as well. Flights based on Bournemouth, but we have got other flights available. And don't forget, if you want an extra week in Corfu, then we can do that for $179 as well. Then, of course, we had Princess Cruises on board, the Emerald Princess. Price of $849. Apologies, we have had some queries about drinks on this one. The drinks were available on the Thomson cruise, not on this one, but you would be able to add a drinks package to the price. I tell you what, it's an amazing price, that one, at $849, isn't it? So $849, saving $1,180. Doesn't include drinks at that price, but we could, of course, arrange a drinks package on board. Then we had a really great price reduction from Fred Olsen. This is down from nearly £1,500. That is great for Fred, isn't it?
Less than £1,000 for the Caribbean for 15 days.
And a lovely single price. And so nice to get some winter sun on that one as well. We moved on to Oceania, which they really are a premium luxury brand. And not only do you get free Wi-Fi on this, you get to choose whether you're going to get a free house drinks package or $800 onboard spend per stateroom, or a choice of 4 shore excursions. You can actually decide. Do you need to decide that tonight, Glenn?
You can let us know, and we can just advise in the next couple of days. We can do that.
And then, very quickly, we just finished with the most amazing 39-night New Zealand, Tasmania, and Australia cruise, and just a deposit needed tonight. Don't forget, you can have a look at our website, and Planet Cruise can find you any cruise, any destinations, any time of the year.
Great, and we're going to be busy tomorrow as well. Busy tonight and busy tomorrow.
And the phone line's open till 11 o'clock tonight.
11 o'clock tonight and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Glenn, thank you so much. What an amazing show.
Very good show.
See, I woke up to in a bad mood, and I always end the day with a smile with Planet Cruise. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, thank you.
Give us a call right now on that free phone number. We'll see Planet Cruise next week. Loads more coming up straight after this.